In November 1910, a group of the most powerful men in American banking boarded a private train car. They traveled under fake first names. They told reporters they were going duck hunting. Their actual destination was a private island off the coast of Georgia. What they planned there, in complete secrecy, would eventually control the value of every dollar in your pocket. This is the story of how the most powerful financial institution in the world was born, in secret. To understand why this secret meeting happened, we need to go back to 1907. A rumor spread that a major New York bank was running out of money. Within days, panic spread across the entire country. People rushed to withdraw their savings, and banks simply ran out of cash. There was no system to stop it. Eventually, one man personally stepped in to save the banking system, the financier, J.P. Morgan. He gathered other bankers in his private library and forced them to pool their own money to stop the collapse. It worked. But it left everyone with one terrifying question. What happens next time if Morgan is not there to save us? So, in 1910, Senator Nelson Aldrich quietly invited a small group of the most powerful bankers in America to solve this problem, permanently. The group included representatives from J.P. Morgan, the Rockefeller family, and the biggest banks in the country. To avoid attention, they met at a private train station at night. They used only first names. Some accounts say they pretended to be a hunting party. Their destination? Jekyll Island, a private resort off the coast of Georgia, owned by some of the wealthiest families in America. For 10 days, in complete secrecy, this small group designed a plan for an entirely new kind of institution, one that could create money, control interest rates, and act as a safety net for the entire banking system. Their idea was radical for America at the time. They proposed a central institution that could lend money to banks during a crisis, acting as what economists call a lender of last resort. To make it politically acceptable, they gave it a name that sounded boring and bureaucratic, almost designed to avoid attention: the Federal Reserve. The plan was carefully structured to look like it was controlled by the government, while giving private banks significant influence over how it operated. Here is the golden rule. Money only works because people trust it. This plan was designed to create that trust by creating an institution that promised it would never let a 1907 happen again. For 3 years, the plan sat quietly, reworked by politicians to make it more acceptable to the public. Then, on December 23, 1913, just 2 days before Christmas, while many lawmakers had already left for the holidays, President Woodrow Wilson signed the Federal Reserve Act into law. The Federal Reserve was born. An institution that started as a secret plan on a private island had become the most powerful financial authority in the United States, and eventually, the world. Today, the Federal Reserve decides interest rates that affect your mortgage, your savings account, and the price of nearly everything you buy. It can create money, literally, by adding numbers to a digital ledger. Every time you have heard the phrase, "the Fed raised interest rates," or "the Fed printed money during COVID," this is the institution they are talking about. An institution whose blueprint was drawn up in complete secrecy by a small group of bankers on a private island over a century ago. So, here is the bigger picture. We have already seen what happens when trust in money collapses. The Federal Reserve was created specifically to prevent that collapse, to be the institution standing behind every dollar, every bank account, every transaction. Whether you see that as reassuring or unsettling probably depends on how much you trust institutions in general. But one thing is certain: understanding who actually stands behind your money is not a conspiracy theory. It is simply how the modern financial world works. And once you see it, you will never look at a dollar bill the same way again.